Sharp choices, they swing for home with about 450 left to go. Street Ruffian will lead them into the straight, about to be tackled very quickly by Subastral. Ballpark over on the outside, pull to the extreme outside. Poetic King is coming home well. Areba's a fair way back as they come to the 200. Subastral is tackling Street Ruffian. Poetic King is joining in with a rattling run, and Spanish mixes down the outside. And Let's Cut Loose from a long way back. Poetic King takes the lead with 100 metres left to go. And Poetic King is going to win the Vic Health Cup and win it well. Poetic King is first.
Yes, Poetic King got the money, the 2-1 favourite. Let's Cut Loose second at 16s and Subastral at 66-1. The Underwood Stakes was next with Horse of the Year Mahogany, short price favourite going into the race.
The outside cruising up to these leaders, and Jearn is joining in with a very good run, followed by Paris Lane. Jearn is coming at Mahogany in the final 150 metres. Mahogany on the inside and Jearn having a ding-dong duel. Jearn has taken the lead close to home. Paris Lane flying home, but Jearn wins the Underwood.
Jearn at 7-2, Paris Lane at 6s, and Mahogany, the 5-4 on favourite, came third. In Sydney, racing at Rose Hill today for the running of the T-Rose Stakes for 3-year-old fillies. Danarani and Aragon are expected to fight out the finish.
And then Street Theatre and Scenic Star. On the turn, past the 400 mark, Olympic Bid and Lament of the 2 leaders. Danarani's into the clear, taking a while to pick up his Euphoria. Euphoria on the outside, making a very quick dash. She got past Danarani at the 200 mark, and Aragen on the extreme outside. Euphoria just the leader. Danarani coming again with Aragen on the outside. It's Aragen, Euphoria, Danarani. Danarani kicking. It's Danarani and Aragen. They hit the line, and Danarani...
That win took Danarani to 3 wins from 4 starts, Aragon second at 7-4 and Euphoria at 14-1.
The former English stayer finished too strongly for the favourite Mahogany, and third place Paris Lane. Here are the final stages.
Joining in on the outside, he's going to stretch the little champ. It's Mahogany in front. Jearn on the outside is laying it down to him from Paris Lane. Mahogany battling on. Jearn's got his head in front though. Jearn in front, Paris Lane flashing home, but Jearn wins it. Jearn by a half length, Paris Lane 2 to Mahogany.
2 of the biggest upsets of the season were the feature...
Wood Stakes. The David Hayes trained Jean held off a barnstorming finish by Paris Lane, while Horse of the Year Mahogany was third. Here are the closing stages, and your caller is Brian Martin.
Jearn's a neck behind Mahogany down at the 200-metre mark. Hall calls on Mahogany. He's just in front. Jearn has got him though. Jearn goes to him. Mahogany has to fight back. Jearn in front. Paris Lane getting out late. Jearn hit the front from Paris Lane. Jearn a half-length, Paris Lane.
A great ride by Rodney Griffiths and an ominous warning for the Cup's contenders. Connections may have a rethink and set the 6-year-old for the WWOS Cox Plate and a possible invitation to the Japan Cup in November. Jean started at 7-2, second Paris Lane at 6s, with Mahogany the favourite at 5-4 on in third. Earlier, an impressive win to the Lee Freedman trained Poetic King, with the jockey of the moment, Damien Oliver, in the saddle.
Then Let's Cut Loose, followed further out by Spanish Mix, and Hariba is under pressure. It's Poetic King looming up now on the outside to Subastral from Let's Cut Loose, and Street Ruffian. Poetic King's hit the front with 100 to go. He breaks clear. He's home. Poetic King drawing away from Let's Cut Loose, and Poetic King has won it.
That's 9 wins and 2 placings from 12 starts. And the 4-year-old is now likely to run in the Epsom Handicap at Randwick in a fortnight. Let's Cut Loose was second. Now checking the doubles and quaddies from Caulfield. The extra double on 9 and 5, $20.90. The daily double on the numbers 3 and 6, $25.40. The quadrella 5, 3, 5 and 6, $1,065.90. And the quad extra on 3, 5, 6 and 2, $676.30. And a big congratulations.
Terrific. Thanks, Jim.
Now, Just a Printer's quite okay. Neil Ray remounting rather gingerly. And Centre Isle repositioned in the number 1 gate. Nigel Seymour getting back on board. And with an ounce of luck, we'll get him away here in the AWA Hill Stakes. All set. Off and running in the Hill Stakes, and Just a Printer won the start and won it easily and bounced out in front of Gull Sovereign. Slight chance on the outside is pressing on towards the lead. Centre Isle will settle down close to the fence, followed by Simulcast and then Cedo Flowerian. Further back, Irish Rort, followed by Fraternity and Potential Star, immediately dropping out to last. Past the 1600 mark as they go to the back, and Just a Printer with a featherweight on his back is going along at a pretty good gallop, led by a length and a half to Gull Sovereign, a length and a half to Centre Isle on the inside of of Slight Chance at the 1400 mark. 2.5 to Simulcast, who's being ridden nice and quietly by Digger McClellan. Then Irish Rort, Cedo Flowerian, followed by Fraternity, and back at the tail, Potential Star. 1200 metres out, Just to Print of the leader at a pretty good gallop, led by a length to Gold Sovereign, a length and a half to Centre Isle, a length to Slight Chance, a bit more than 2 to Simulcast on the outside of Irish Rort. Then Cedo Flowerian, followed by Fraternity, and Potential Star last of all. Around that top turn at the 900 mark, Just a Printer at a good gallop, about 3/4 to Gold Sovereign, a little more than a length to Centre Isle, and a length to Slight Chance, about 2 to Irish Rort. Simulcast on the outside, who's about 5 off the lead, followed by Fraternity getting up on the inside of Cedo Flowerian. Fraternity being ridden a bit now, and 2 lengths away last Potential Star. 600 out as they near the turn. Just a Printer a half to Gold Sovereign. Slight Chance about to go up 3 deep. Then Centre Isle. Simulcast is coming into it, but he's under a bit of pressure as they turn for home, followed by Irish Rort. Fraternity flat to the boards, turning for home, and then Cedo Flowerian and Potential Star. Just a Print of the leader in the straight. Slight Chance on the outside, running a hell of a race, followed by Simulcast and then Irish Rort. Fraternity not doing enough at the 200, and Slight Chance race to the lead. Slight Chance drew clear 100 out. Irish Rort wider out. Potential Star near the fence, getting home quickly, but Slight Chance, the little black mare. Slight Chance got the money. Simulcast second, I think Irish Rort third, just in front of Potential Star. Fraternity plotted from Cedo Flowerian, Just a Printer, and then Centre Isle and Gold Sovereign last of all in the Hill Stakes.
Well, no excuses. She was too good, Slight Chance. Simulcast with 48 had his chance. Irish Rort kept at him all the way down the straight, but no excuses. Slight Chance was too good. The disappointment was the favourite Fraternity, and as we pick them up, Slight Chance in the green colours. Over on the rails is Potential Star with the red sleeves. With the blinkers and the yellow sleeves is Irish Rort. Outside him, Simulcast, and widest of all in the pink is Fraternity.
Was later suspended until midnight on October the 15th. That's until after the Caulfield Cup. He was also fined $6,500 for causing interference to Hariba in the Vic Health Cup. Oliver was too upset tonight to consider an appeal. The first at Caulfield, and it was taken by Charlie Bubbles, who eased from 6s out to 14 to 1. First leg of a double for Greg Hall. He completed it in race 2 on Majestic Dawn, which just held on to beat Captiva, which started at 9 to 2. We start our replays with the 3-year-olds in race 3.
Who didn't find much, and Punctual's coming on. Racer's Edge in front though. He's drawn away. He's raced a length and a half clear, and Racer's Edge will repeat the Ascot Vale dose. Racer's Edge easily when it's a length and a half on the line.
2 out of 2 this preparation for Racer's Edge. He won't race again until the Caulfield Guineas. Back from 3s into 9 to 4. Racer's Edge first of 4 winners for champion jockey Damien Oliver. St Covered again disappointed. Race 4, a cup source for David Hayes.
Paxmit Will, Schadenheit, Sugarstone, and now Top Rating on the outside. It's Sugarstone, Top Rating and Sugarstone fighting it out. Top Rating goes home the best and wins it. Top Rating from Sugarstone.
Top Rating second up, impressive, has 53 in the Caulfield Cup and 52.5 kilos in the Melbourne Cup. The favourite Tall Lord finished well back. The first of the Group 1s, the Vic Health Cup. A match in the betting ring between Hariba, who started 11 to 4, and Poetic King, the 2 to 1 favourite. But on the track, no match.
At the 200 now, Sebastopol and Street Ruffian about to be grabbed by Poetic King now. Poetic King descended on the lead. Coming after it is Let's Cut Loose, but it's Poetic King breaking clear of the pack, and he's home. Poetic King scores well by a length and a half. Let's Cut Loose, Photo third.
A perfect ride by Oliver, his 3rd win in this race after victories on Submariner and Mannerism. This was easy though.
We set him for this race, and you know, the other day he over-raced a little bit, and it might have been a little bit of a blessing in disguise that he didn't win, because, you know, he didn't cop a penalty for today, but, you know, saw the real Poetic King today.
Poetic King unbeaten in 4 Caulfield runs, far too good for Let's Cut Loose, Sebastopol in the placings, and Hariba a disappointment. A scare before the Underwood, Mahogany saddled with 2 lead bags instead of 1. Luckily, Greg Hall noticed the error and reweighed, but it didn't make any difference. The horse of the year, well below his best, couldn't finish it off.
State Tars grabbed by now Mahogany. Jeune in turn over the top, and then Paris Lane. Mahogany under the whip, tackled by Jeune in the last 100. Jeune and Mahogany fighting it out neck and neck from Paris Lane. Jeune grabbed the lead. Paris Lane after Jeune, but Jeune will win it. Jeune first. Paris Lane second. Mahogany a weakening third.
A Caulfield Cup start might now be cancelled. The Cox Plate, Melbourne Cup and Japan Cup, the aims for this impressive import.
To be honest, I thought Mahogany had too many things in his favour today from the barrier, and I didn't think we could give him a start at weight for age and pick him up, but he keeps surprising me, this horse.
I'm a little worried about Mahogany. I think there's probably something not quite right, but we'll get to the bottom of that. And I was thrilled with the other horse's run. I really believe after watching the replay he should have won the race, and it was a terrific trial for the Caulfield Cup.
Jeune very exciting at 7-2. Paris Lane was certainly unlucky, and a cloud now hangs over Mahogany's immediate future. Race 7 taken by Pride of Kazoo in the steward's room on protest over Bordeaux and Parquetry, and the last went to the favourite Sedately at 9-4 over Bondi and Queen of Melbourne. Daily double today, 25.40 for 3 and 6.